Ginger in cocktails is usually used as a syrup, which can be great, and we've covered that a while back, but it can also make a delicious and fiery ginger liqueur. It's super simple to make, it will last way longer than any syrup, and you can use it in all types of cocktails. We already used it in a Gryffindor-inspired cocktail. But we'll make 2 more cocktails today, a sour and a mule. Plus, this liqueur will cost you a fraction of what you'd pay for store-bought options, which honestly are quite hard to find if you're into making homemade ingredients and elevating your cocktail game. Subscribe below and hit the bell icon for more DIY ideas in the future. Now, it's fiery cocktail time. So what are we aiming for with our ginger liqueur? First and foremost, we're looking for ginger's heat. That's why we'll be juicing the ginger, instead of just slicing it, which is the most common practice when making ginger-based ingredients. That was one of the cocktail hacks in a recent episode. But you'll need a juicer to get the best yield. This one is older than I am, so they don't make them like this anymore. But trust me, a juicer is a good investment. I'll link one in the description. And while many ginger liqueurs out there add another flavor note, like this one with lemon or even vanilla, we'll be going for pure ginger flavor. That way, it will be the most versatile, and you can always add another flavors in the cocktail. Plus, it's a lot cheaper to make it yourself, and you don't need any specialty ingredients. Store-bought options will set you back from $35 to $50, depending on the bottle, but we'll make 750 ml of ginger liqueur for under $10. To make it, you'll need just vodka, ginger, water, sugar, and some ascorbic acid or vitamin C, which is a good thing to have at home anyway. Start by peeling the ginger with a spoon. This wasn't included in the cocktail hacks, but I might just have to mention it. If we make a part 2 of that useful episode, you'd need 2 or 3 times as much ginger to get the same heat by just infusing it, so juicing really is the way to go. We'll need 3 ounces or 90 ml of ginger juice for the amount of liqueur we're making. Next, add 16 ounces or 480 ml of 40% vodka. No need to go for something top shelf, but don't get the cheapest stuff either. Next, 185 grams of water. That's approximately 6¼ ounce, or exactly 185 ml. Metric system just makes sense. For the proper amount of sweetness, we need to add 113 grams of sugar. To adjust the amounts for however much liqueur you need, just check out the liqueur calculators on kevincost.com. Lastly, to keep its vibrant color and freshness, 1.3 grams of ascorbic acid, or vitamin C. Mix the sugar to dissolve, or leave it up to the magnetic stirrer to do this for you. Once that's done, all ingredients will already be nicely mixed together, and we have our own fiery ginger liqueur. Let's give it a try. We made a smooth but fiery liqueur, which is just what I was going for. Ginger still gives it certain citrusy notes, with plenty of freshness as well. Even a small amount of this liqueur will go a long way in a cocktail. And after a few days, you'll see some of the ginger particles settle down in the bottom of the bottle. I tried to filter it out with a coffee filter, but the particles are apparently too small. A separatory funnel would work, but I don't have that piece of a chemistry lab equipment. You can also just shake up the bottle to keep the full ginger heat. Anyway, happy for this lesson. So time to bottle our ginger liqueur, and let's move on. Without that hiccup, it's really that simple. The only easier way for you to add a fiery ginger kick to your cocktails is to get Library & Co.'s fiery ginger syrup. They took the same approach by juicing the whole ginger root when it's still fresh and combining it with pure cane sugar. It packs a punch, but it's still a bright and full flavored syrup with a silky texture, thanks to gum arabic. But we'll be adding the heat with our DIY liqueur today and sweetness with our honey syrup. Basically, it will be somewhere between the Gold Rush and the penicillin, so I'm calling it the golden pill. First, chill the shaker. Then we'll add the ingredients. The Gold Rush is basically a honey and whiskey sour, so I'm starting with 1½ ounce or 45 ml of a high-proof bourbon. I'm using 4 Roses single barrel, but pick your favorite. Next, 3/4 ounce or 22½ ml of our ginger liqueur with whiskey, ginger and honey. This is inching towards a penicillin, but that's a good thing if you ask me. So add ½ ounce or 15 ml of honey syrup. This is 3 parts honey to 2 parts water to balance the sweetness. 3/4 ounce or 22½ ml of lemon super juice. Fresh works as well, of course. And lastly, salt helps with basically all cocktails, but especially sours. So add 2 drops of 20% saline solution. Now add plenty of ice and give the cocktail a good hard shake to properly chill, dilute and aerate the drink. Double strain into a chilled rocks glass over a tempered ice sphere. Finish it off with a spray of essential oils from a lemon peel and give it a try before we make cocktail number 2. The cocktail is lively and fresh. Ginger's spicy kick pairs nicely with honey and bourbon, with the latter still taking the spotlight because of the higher ABV. It even has a slight frothiness from the proteins in the honey syrup. All in all, a fantastic summer sipper. For the second cocktail, we'll make a version of the Ginger Gin Mule, but with our liqueur being the main player. I'll just call this the Ginger Gin Mule. We'll build this in the glass. So first things first, grab a chilled highball glass from the freezer. Add a tempered clear ice beer, then let's add the ingredients. I'm starting with our DIY ginger liqueur, 1.5 ounce or 45 ml. Next up, gin, this time as a supporting player, so just 3/4 ounce or 22.5 ml. Monkey 47 is a higher proof as well, so it will still play its part in this drink for some extra freshness and to balance the sweetness of the liqueur. 1/2 ounce or 15 ml of lemon super juice. I'll add saline solution now, 2 drops as always. Then top this off with soda water, 105 grams, so I'm using a scale, as I mentioned in the cocktail hacks episode, for when you're adding bubbly ingredients. Leave the cocktail a few times with a bar spoon to gently mix in the soda water, then garnish it with a mint leaf. Spank it on the side of the glass first, then place it on the ice. That will give our Ginger Gin Mule a nice menthol aroma, which gives way to a spicy highball that has a subtle herbaceousness from gin's botanicals. This goes down dangerously easy. We've made it to the bottom of the glass. If you're one of those friends of cocktails who watches till the end, post a ginger emoji in the comments and add suggestions on what else this liqueur could be used in. While you're down there, I've mentioned the prolonged shelf life of this liqueur as compared to a homemade syrup, but you don't have to wait to use it all in cocktails. Ginger liqueur, neat or on the rocks, can be a great digestive after a meal, in the same way that the natural ginger beer can be used as a digestive tonic. Expect a fermentation episode in the following months, with the ginger box starter included. In the meantime, check out the gorgeous elixir made with this liqueur. I'll see you next week. Cheers, friends of cocktails.